have been doing a lot of thinking and really mulling over what you have been saying to me, and just like a lot how been playing over a lot of how the events have even just floated out, the change of tone. None of this is okay. Not the way it happened, not the result. And I'm talking about the 4 days when I didn't have any communication besides the 4-minute conversation, down to the way, like the hammer in the bag thing, down to like even just, it's a lot. Like a lot of this is just not okay. You come in here and you bring up guidebooks and rule books, and I know you're essentially talking about using the Bible as an anchor and a lot of that type of communication. However, every time you leave out of here ambiguously on whatever mission is, I don't care if you bring back $1 million, $2 million, to me, you still have already abandoned the main principles of the Bible, where it says to death do us part. Because now you're, in a sense, communicating that I need to be on the same page as you, which in other words is I need to think the way you think in order for us to have a union. And I can already tell you that, like, as we all know, it's not going to happen for me. It's not me trying to be narcissistic or selfish. Or one thing that we've always known about me is that it's really hard for me to be fiercely as personality driven as I am. And I can just even tell in the way you're communicating that a lot of your motivations are shifting. And just like even you saying it last night, like there are times where you feel like you could have done things better, so we would have been in a better place. There's still just so much wrong with that sits with me with this entire situation, because to me it really does communicate that you want me to, like, not only have you in a sense, because you have pulled the rug from underneath me, almost forced me into submission. Like, I know you said like I won, like I'm here, but like we know what that really was, and the end result of it regardless. We know I was going to be up and down, but you knew you were going to leave regardless, whether I said to or not, because you did. And you tell me like you won, and all this type of stuff. And you broke the basic principles of our commitment. And not only that, but you're still telling me that the basic principles of our commitment relies on the guidebook, as you called it, which you refer to as the Bible. But even still in conversation, you're still talking to me about breaking the commitment, breaking the foundation of our commitment based off something that's not in the Bible. Because of astrology, different beliefs, Republican, Democrat, believing in marrying black and marrying, none of that is in the Bible. None of the stuff you listed is in the Bible. So if you still decide to like let that principle is like, then you're still going against the Bible, and there's no other way to put it than in that way, because it doesn't even say in the Bible that you shall raise your kids the exact same way. None of that. I would love to develop a partnership. I would love to develop ways and figure out where in our marriage that we can change to make sure you feel like we are equals, because that is what I believe that a partnership should be. you've always known that a dictatorship, which is what you kind of are describing, has never been in my interest. Maybe every choice I haven't made isn't right, and actually no, every choice I've made isn't right. Every choice I made isn't. But at the same time, you do have to like kind of like sometimes just look at like maybe the choices that like if you let them be made in a sense. And that's the difficult part that comes across too, is because to me the guidebook gets abandoned, the guidebook gets left, because leaving your family, regardless of what you say the external motivation is, like it's still reason, it still is you left us, you left me. You left me, and then you're basically saying, come back to our origins and forget about this other stuff that does not defy God. But because I don't like it, even if you're saying you don't care if I like it or not, I want you also to not like it or not participate in it. Because the way I feel about it, even though it does nothing to defy God, it has no harm to God, nothing to his image, nothing to his name. He's one of his creations. You can talk to everyone you talk to. Like I said, I've even gotten the opinion of people who have nothing to do with us, nothing to know about us. This man is nothing. All I know is not one person I'm talking to is telling me that any of this is okay, even remotely. And the spiritual ultimatum is really like the last cake. I haven't changed when I was 18, I've grown, and there's a difference. And I never went into our marriage expecting for both of us to be the exact same person the rest of our lives either. The way you're first communicating, you communicated that you expressed that you would like the relationship to go more towards the individualistic route. And I know you said that this is the one thing we haven't talked about. This is one thing we haven't talked about. Well, there are a lot of things we haven't talked about. That even like when you said that, like that just didn't like make a lot of coherent sense to me. The markers that also do, in a sense, feel, even if subconsciously a little bit abusive, is things like even the fact that when I came back out here yesterday, and this is something that like has been pointed out to me, and it never struck me as something that could be like not okay in a sense, but like even yesterday when I came out here, and one of the first on one thing you said like in the beginning of the conversation was like, "Wow, Jacayla, I thought you would come out here and be like, it's like, sorry, da da da," having an expectation of what I will communicate to you in a sense, and then showing that anger. Holding against me the way I react. And I know you said like you let some of that stuff go, but like you still did it yesterday. Holding against me the way I react. Like I said, maybe you don't realize it. But at the end of the day, like, you rip me of my autonomy, force me into having no choice about the situation. You know where I'm at majority of the times. I have no clue where you're at, what you're doing, what's going on. I have nothing. It's like a black hole when you leave here. It's pretty much a black hole when you are here. You say I don't talk to you. You know I'm not talking to you at times because you know I don't even know how to tell like if I could even like look at you, make eye contact with you, like, because I don't know if you're just gonna like look at me and be upset that I'm even like talking to, or even there. Like I don't know. And then you're asking me to now rejoin a union that you took apart in the first place. And I have to go by guidelines. And I'm using the verbiage that you use. That I have to go by guidelines that you're already, in a sense, going to violate. When your spiritual faith is your spiritual faith. It's not something that we have to do. Is that is where that's where it starts to feel performative in a sense. And it also makes me feel like, okay, so like you're asking me to trust you when a lot of these moves you may have not been trustworthy. Like I've been like, all right, let me go put gas in the car, even though I have no clue where the car goes, and I know I'm not even driving the car that much while you're here. The whole purpose of me needing a car when you're not here is to have a car when you're not here. That way I can take her somewhere during the day, give us a break, give us some time every day, whatever. But I'm still like, alright, we put gas in the car, or whatever. Just like, there's no way I can turn off my brain to things about you. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't know what to say anymore. I just feel like this situation is just not okay. I have some some of our conversations notated, I see where the expectations have changed consistently. But I sense the reality feels flux because it is flux. You put a fucking bag over your head and have me rip that shit off. Now I can't discern if yours is trouble or trying to mess with me. And I'm telling you this, knowing I'm risking you being mad, knowing that you're gonna like leave, and I have no clue where you're gonna be or what you're gonna do. You could be in a room for all I have no fucking clue. You could be in Match with your brothers, you could be your dads, you could be in Texas with your mom and come back, and I have no fucking clue. Like the therapist said, I can say what I do now. I did not change this relationship. I did not break this foundation. And I'm not responsible for anybody's spiritual journey or faith. Hi, my love. Whatever happens, happens. So I will. If I have to raise it by myself, and starting the life I will, because I'm not.
Oh, did you not really ask you to go see somebody with me?
Right, and then you like discount it and discredit the shoemates.
Janelle, I just sat here. I said yet again. I said, who would you like?
I'm not saying you haven't said that. That's not the point of anything I'm saying.
No,
that's not the point of anything I'm saying.
Okay. That's okay.
Saying that it doesn't.
It does though.
To the conversation.
The beginning of the conversation, I said last night was, Caleb, could we please go see somebody? Because the way I word things, I said the way you are. I said I know I might say things.
I typed it exactly the way you said it.
I know, Jacayla. Either way, you know, and I've known and I've said, Jacayla, so I know a lot of times I say things. I said somehow I said the ball never come up right, and then so you feel a certain way or things like I said that last night. That's why I kept saying that's what I'm at. But like I said, I already knew.
Well, see, you already have had so many conversations with him too. Like
you had conversations with plenty of people too who had to go sit here and talk.
And then I still no, we haven't. Actually, I haven't. The only person I talked to was Mike with one conversation before that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying when it came down to our mediation, people you want.
I didn't really pick those people. It was like a thing that you're like, let's just go like for the person's here and they're in a situation. I want to say that I haven't purposely.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not arguing.
I know
I'm actually not.
I know, but I think it's here enough. I don't know what to do anymore.
Excuse me?
Jaden, don't. Hold up, baby. Just hold on. Just hold on. to do to make this marriage work is my question.
Naming things like giving for straws, you're not Googling
Dude,
stuff.
I'm asking you just to talk to somebody with me so maybe they have a better way of breaking things down. Somebody who I feel comfortable talking to now. Someone, I think you're just afraid. I think you're nervous thinking that he's on my team. And he's going to go out here and say some shit that you don't want to see. No, that's how I feel. Because every time I bring him up, you got somebody to get up off him and want to talk to somebody else.
It's the fact that I know that I have historically gotten in previous heated conversations with Matt. So there is a previous heated conversation history with him.
Then what made you call him in the first place?
Because he is somebody you connect with, Javarzier. And I told you that. I said right here. And I told you that. I said the shoemates had no clue. Matt is the person that you live with that you've talked to a lot about stuff. So that is who I talked about.
So now you're telling me Matt is biased?
Well, obviously we know Matt is biased. I'm not saying he'd be biased towards me or you, but I'm saying he's biased because he knows us. I'm not saying that.
Right. You're absolutely right. In fact, I keep telling you, for some other reason, he's the reason I'm even here. So I'm trying to tell you, there's someone who I really feel like could probably help us and really help us. You don't care enough to go, you know what, babe, okay, that might help us.
I still never said that I wasn't willing to talk to him. I just said that, Jay.
No.
I just said we already talked about this portion, but that doesn't mean I'm only going to take Matt's word for anything.
Okay, then fair enough. Could we just wait and talk to him, please?
I don't know why you didn't say I'm not willing to do that. But I'm still talking to a therapist.
Okay, fine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong yet again. I'm asking you to please wait to talk to him. That's all I'm just asking. How are you, Jacayla? I got work today. Please, can we not do this today? Like, yo, I never come in for this stuff. I'm always in it. And then I end up this.
Because the whole situation has only started because of you in the first place.
And me, I know, Jacayla. Damn, I've said that before. I know it's on me. It's always on me. I get it. Can we please just wait and we talk to somebody else? That's all I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. And after this, I just want to leave. I'm telling you why I leave. You know where the fuck I'm going? I'm going to Nick's Iding's house. 1718 Cornerview Lane. That's what you want to know. That's what you want to know. I'm right there, Bithel. I'm getting it go to Christmas. I'm not even there at Christmas yet. So what else do you want to know? I'm going to work at UPS. Is that what you know my job is at? Is that what you want to know? It's right there on Bennett and Longwood. I'm going to be a package handler. What else do you want? That's what you want. You want so much control. I want to know.
That's not control. That's not control. That's not control. I've asked for repeatedly, is that control? And they're like, no, that's not.
I'm getting loud. And you know what? That's going to make you get loud. I'm getting loud. That's going to make you get loud.
That's not control. That's
not
control.
If I'm wrong again, I'm still
Jake,
wrong.
but see, Jake, everything you say, you're taking it defensively. You're taking it like I'm acting. I'm not.
You take negatively, and it's always coming back towards me. Could you stop making it seem like it's always my fault all the fucking time?
That's not what I'm doing.
You are.
That's not what I'm doing. You just did it again. You just did it again. You just did it again. You just did it again.
You're right. You're right. Stop being with me. I'm going to keep doing the same stuff. So what are you fighting for? That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. It don't matter. If I try to run, you say it's wrong. If I try to stay, it's wrong. And then I try to work things out, then it's wrong. And I hate doing this because you know it's early. You know all this stuff. You know the dynamic of how you're working this relationship and this relationship. I get it because I fucked this up. The way we're communicating everything together, I think you know so well.
No, it's not. You keep doing this. Jake, will you stop?
No.
Will you stop? Because you're doing it. You're doing it again.
Can I call Matt then?
You're doing it again.
I'm
Why
not
don't you
doing
just stop? You don't need to refer to anybody. You need to call Rachel. You need to call Matt. You need to call Shamar. You're doing it again. No, you are. No, Jay, you are. You are because you did this before, but you jumped so quick to call them last time. Well, you're not going to call Rachel. Maybe you should stop and just breathe for a second. Because you keep interpreting. You keep interpreting.
You know what?
You keep interpreting the way everything I'm saying, everything I'm doing wrong. I'm not saying anything personally against you. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. Can you stop for 1 second? I'm not saying anything personally against you. I have sat here and I have taken a lot of things you have said to me.
Yes, you have.
When I'm sitting out there, I am literally just telling you how I feel from my perspective. I didn't say you're a piece of shit. I didn't say you're scum on the floor. I just told you, I didn't say you're a bad dad. I didn't say any of that. I said how I personally felt about just me and the way it feels for Jacayla. That's it. And that was all me sitting out there telling you. Was how things could be read to me and how things could be interpreted to me. I'm not trying to fuck with your brain. I'm not trying to fuck with any of that shit. I'm not trying to, like, you saying, like, you know what you're doing to the relationship, the communication. I'm not trying to do any of this shit on purpose. I don't even know if to believe that you've been doing some purpose, honestly. I just know that if you list it out, the facts remain the same. Doesn't mean you're purposely doing it, but the facts still just do remain the same. Whether this is like me on the road with you on a mental break or you're like, I don't know what it is. But it does feel like you think I'm trying to attack you personally every time I mention how I personally feel. When I have sat here and taken things you've said to me. so here's the can't tell if all the moves are on purpose or not.
Come in. Come in.
I just
Why didn't you change your clothes?
I saw my panties. I didn't pee in them.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I have some good news. It's the same thing that is right there.
I knew it.
I did not pee.
I told you. I got you.
And when I feel it inside of it, it feels so dry.
What?
It feels
See
dry.
what happens when you don't pee, so that's what I'm talking about. You did good. That's what's up, man. What's up? What's your name?
Are you still okay?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, man?
Did somebody lock themselves out and recount us?
Hmm?
Somebody literally recount us. Now we don't have to do our stuff again on Netflix.
I got your mama at the. Thinking that nothing. I was just like. You have to wait. You got to complain. Yeah. It's not ready. You go back in your room, watch for a little bit or something. Very good.
I don't believe that it's conscious. But I do know that, like, one thing that I have been really wrong on a lot is trusting my feelings. I do trust them a little too much, which is why, like, a big thing for therapy has been to, like, write down things as they are, no feelings, and then I submit them. And that's what I've been doing a lot through a lot of this, was just, like, sending it to my therapist, like, situations without my emotions added into them, and on top of that, added the words. And so that is the way I'm kind of, like, looking at it, is, like, instead of, like, going so much off my feeling, like, knowing how I feel about you, like, I'm trying to, like, reassess situation and really just, like, write it out for what it is, in a sense. It's just hard for me to know something. I'm glad to know that you're safe, because that was a big thing for me. I don't care about exactly who you're staying with or whatever. It really is about knowing that, like, you're safe. But I know it's when we interpret it as I just want control, and I don't know how else to describe that. You know how I've gotten even when, like, you want yourself going right away and stuff like that, and I've, like, told you like I thought something happened in, like, a short span of time. So I know if you understand what I mean when I say, like, it does freak me out at times. It's like, not, you know, like, if you're saying something, someone's gonna hurt you or something. My point is talking to you was not to anger you.
Why do you assume I'm angry?
Or because I'm going off what I see from my peripheral, that's it. I see you shaking, I can't even, like, look directly at you, Javarzier. Because I'm not sure when, like, even when you took all your stuff out, like, we were kind of snarky at each other, but, like, I didn't say take all your stuff, get out, like, you just started taking all your stuff and leaving. So I'm just saying, I'm not sure when we came in here, you screamed over me, your mom had to pull you off of me. So when you ask me why do I assume you're angry, it's because you display a lot of angry stuff at me that's, like, in my head. But I'm still not equating that with your character.
feel like it's both to talk to your therapist?
I don't know how that works.
Can you just ask him or something? Or her?
I don't
know what it.
Like, I really don't think it works like that.
Why don't you just ask him?
Okay.
I mean, if that's worse you could do, just ask and just see. If he says no, he says no, whatever else. I just ask. But
Cause I think there's some like with licensing for that. Cause the couples therapy is another website, which is BetterHelp. I'm on Talkspace, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if that is a possibility. And some counselors, I think that's, but like some don't necessarily like that. Like some won't even take couples. They want to take you together, not separate, because of conflict of interest. That's what I'm saying. But I need to say you have to go. So I'll let you. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Hold on, I'm doing something. Stop running because your dad walked out. You just need to wait.